Guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody's having such an amazing week so far, or should I say, pretty much weekend. Um, so I wanted to kind of discuss with you guys something that has really somebody asked me just recently, and I'm gonna basically say it on here just in case you guys did not know. So somebody asked me, is it okay to date uh, either my boss or a coworker or somebody? Well, I'm gonna just tell you this right now. It really depends on your job description, like your handbook. Now, there's some jobs that you cannot date your coworkers or your boss. There's some questions that, there's some things that you can, but you have to turn it in. Um, So let me give you an example. So if you dated a coworker, just example, and just say if it's allowed to, I always wanted to say this: talk. You have to turn it in to your boss because let me just kind of explain what happens. Okay. Um. So when you just say if you're dating your coworker, okay, or like let's say if a coworker is dating a coworker or a boss is dating a boss or something like that, you have to turn it into your boss if it's okay through the company or who you work for. Now, my thing is when you are either married or dating somebody, they always suggest if it's okay with them to let them know if it's okay in the handbook because they may end up having to put you on a different shift or a different department or a different area, such as depending on what it is. Because let me give you an example. So, like, let's say if you guys work the same shift, or like, let's say if you work in the same department, or like, let's say if something happens, you don't want to, even though you are a lovebird to that person, you don't want to cause friction between your love hood, I call it, to your work hood, I call it. There is a time and a place where you guys can date and all that stuff. There's a time and a place where you gotta work and stuff like that. And the thing is, I always tell people is, if you plan on going to date somebody, I really suggest that you talk with your boss, ask if it's okay to do it. Because there's some work handbooks or regulations that's going for dating, especially when you're working at a place that you are working for. Because you don't want to go up, you don't want to be dealing with a customer and then you'd be like, "Oh, hey, baby, what's this?" I mean, it make the make the customer feel very uncomfortable, especially if they knew that you're dating and stuff. Um, Here at Nance's homestead, we always don't care what's going on, like if you're dating or whatever, as long as it's not going to affect your work deal. And that means, like, let's say if you're dating somebody from a different position, of the job, as long as it doesn't affect you. There's at times when I used to work at a company, at a different company, they always say that you're not allowed to work with the person at the same department now, or be married and be in the same department. But the thing is, I always tell people is that as long as it's okay with your works, deal, your handbook or your regulation, then I don't see what's going on with that. Now, there's a time and a place where you can and cannot do it. Now, the thing is, I always suggest when you're working, just try to, I'm just going to give it advice, and people don't have to take it. When you're dating somebody in the same department, and just say your work allows you to, I always suggest to not like work together. Like let's say if you're working at a hamburger joint and you're the waiter and she's the waitress, I would not suggest you guys work together because that can, cause a collision, I call it. Now, the only thing is I'm going to say is that just work separate. Like, let's say if you work a different shift and just say the person works a different shift, that's okay. But I just wanted to tell you guys. So, with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit your bell notification so you won't miss any of my videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.